How's it going, guys? Today we are taking a look at another new game that I have been anticipating for the past 13 years or so, ever since this first game came out, and we've waited so long for a sequel. That is Alan Wake 2. We're jumping right into the game. I've already completed the game once before, but I figured I'd jump in again to another playthrough of this game and give my thoughts on this game as so far. And honestly, this is my game of the year. Alan Wake 2 is such a fun, refreshing game in the survival horror genre that I can't believe it took this long for us to get it.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
This whole thing actually comes right back around eventually, but it'll take a little while for it to come back to a little while. Ooh, I forgot to do something. Just so we don't get demonetized here on YouTube. Gameplay? Is that on here? No. Interface. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I gotta do that. There we go. This should hit us back. I forgot there's nudity in the beginning of this game. It was so long ago since I played it. I played for 14 hours. I completed both stories, Alan's and Saga's gameplay. Both are absolutely fantastic. I completed Saga's whole story like before I did. I did partially with Alan's and stuff because it makes you do Alan's stuff, and then there's like Saga stuff, and then there's Alan chapters, and then you could switch between the two when you get to like a bucket or something of water. You'll see when we eventually get there, but I don't know if it'll get there in this video or not.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations,
Of course,
looking for an answer.
as I said, this whole scene will
Sometimes
come
it
back
would be
around
better to
like
live with that hope
near
without
the.
ever knowing the full story.
Oh, well, I don't want to spoil that for anybody. But I've waited 13 years for this game, and it was well worth the wait, and I hope it wins Game of the Year this year because the team at Remedy did a fantastic job.
In a horror story, there are only victims and
game.
monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all.
It is so
ripped to pieces
fantastic
along
to
the
hear
way.
Matthew Peretta back as Alan Wake and seeing Ilka Villi as the face of Alan
This
Wake
is
as
not
well.
the story I hoped it would be.
It's just incredible what this game
This is not the ending I wanted.
It's fantastic. I love
This
Alan
story
Wake
will
and
eat us
the story
alive.
and the horror
story is
elements
a
to it
monster.
sometimes, and it's just chef's kiss, perfect.
And
It's
monsters
so good.
wear many faces.
Just returning to Bright Falls and seeing the different areas now in a more open area is just pretty cool. I love it so much. Oh, they give him pants to censor the nudity. That's funny. If you have the nudity turned on, you just see full on dick and balls and butt crack. Honestly, it's kind of funny. But as you'll learn who this character is very soon. Doesn't take long.
Can you hear me?
Come on now. We should go.
You'll learn who those two are eventually as well.
Oh, where'd he gone?
here we are at Cauldron Lake, back again. After 13 long years, we have finally returned. And we're playing a balding old guy, running around in his underwear. This is not what I expected when I first started this game. Visions of Mr. Scratch, Alan. Is it Alan? Is it Mr. Scratch? We will see. The game runs surprisingly well on my 1660 Ti card. I say that as the game stutters a little bit, but it runs surprisingly well. There's some minor hiccups. I think there's some desync with the cutscenes a little bit. That was one of the. Is that a cult member? Probably was. Couldn't really tell. But yeah, this game looks fantastic. Runs really, really well, and I just love everything about this. This game is just amazing. If you ever get the chance, play it on a console, play it on PC or whatever, just go ahead and play it, because this game rocks. Honestly, this game just fucks so much. It's so good. I love the hell out of Alan Wake. Oh, he's getting killed. Judging by like the single word, I instantly guessed Agent Robert Nightingale, the FBI agent who went after Alan mysteriously went missing during the after the events of Alan Wake 1 13 years ago, and reappears here 13 years later at the base of Cauldron Lake, on the shores of Cauldron Lake. Gets his heart ripped out. As I said, those two, you'll see more of them once we get into the game a little bit more. But Nightingale is dead, or so we think. No, he's dead. He's 100% dead. Look at him. He's strapped to the table with his heart beating next to there. Welcome back to Bright Falls, everyone. Alan Wake 2. Fantastic. Great opening scene.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
Sam Lake, James
This trip
McCaffrey.
might take a little longer than I thought.
All perfect
I'm sorry
actors
I've been
in
gone
this.
so much
You got
lately,
Sean
Logan.
Ashmore back
my
in
God, Mom,
Remedy
it's not
game
your
again.
fault
As you
people get
remember,
all
Sean
murdery.
Ashmore played
What happened?
Jack Joyce in Quantum
Just
Break,
work stuff.
returning to a new character apparently,
Well,
just
Dad
like
and I were
how
just
Courtney
watching the
Hope,
latest episode
who
of
was
Night
Beth
Springs
Wilder
here.
in Quantum
Mom,
Break,
it's
returned
so
in
good.
Control as Jesse
No
Faden,
spoilers.
the director of the
I'll let
Federal
you get
Bureau
back
of
to the
Control.
show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me.
Supposedly the FBC has,
I love you both.
well, I know,
This is what happens
FBC
when
has
you go on
some
work
role
trips,
in this
Mom.
game.
Love you too.
What exactly
Say
is
hi
a
to Casey.
spoiler?
Tell him to
I
stop
wouldn't
brooding so much.
I don't want to spoil that for
Logan.
that for you guys, but it's pretty
will.
cool. It's really
Bye,
cool to
kiddo.
see a bunch of this stuff and how this. And then you got Saga's partner right here, Alex Casey, whose face model is that
Logan
of
thinks
Sam
you should
Lake,
try cheering up.
which is reminiscent of Sam Lake being the face model of
Snarky
Max
kid.
Payne.
Wonder
And
where
also
she gets
Alex
that
Casey's
from.
voiced by James McCaffrey, who also is the voice of Max Payne. So it's like a whole full circle thing with this
It
coming
can't be
into
a
Alan Wake
coincidence that
2.
another body turns up just as we
Alex
arrive in
Casey's
town.
also a character in
Feels
Alan
like the
Wake's
killer's leaving us a
books,
message.
and it's like a whole
Glad
thing.
you're on
Like
this
he's
case with
basically
me,
a
Anderson.
replacement for
It's right
Max
up your
Payne.
alley.
since technically
take
Remedy
lead.
doesn't own Max
Think of me
Payne
as the
anymore.
backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
Welcome back to Bright Falls and
Time
Cauldron
to get to
Lake.
work.
A return to form and a return to places familiar with new characters and everything. It's pretty great.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that,
Mulligan and Thornton were from the original first game as well.
Right here,
They also appeared in that comic with
My
Frank
partner
Breaker,
Thornton,
helping
down at
him take
crime
on
scene.
Taken and
He's not what you
other
call the
objects
sharpest axe in
that
the
happened
shed.
during the Bright Falls incident back in 2010 when they were trying to get to the dam and everything. They were part of that team when Barry called the different people. So it's kind of cool to see the return, like little bits of lore from the original game returning into this game.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night. Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
A lot of this stuff has been expanded from the original game. Like, there seems to be more to Cauldron Lake than there originally was. Maybe this was planned from the beginning, since they originally planned for Alan Wake to be more of an
Before we
open
get to the
world
crime
game.
scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
And we're about to enter the Mind Place for Saga. This is where
The
she's
Mind
able
Place.
to...
My version of the Mind Palace technique.
She'll explain it, I
To sift
guess.
through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
She uses this area to basically put the clues into place. Allows you to profile people, get into their head and figure out what they're trying to hide from you or whatever. Also allows you to put the pieces together for clues and such on in the case board.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Of course, you're free to look at all these different items on here. You could take a look at the different victims and everything. You see who they are: Ted Lane, Wendy Davis, Percy Wolf. see how they were killed and everything, the killer profile and everything. Currently, we have a couple goals. Go to the crime scene, meet Deputy Thornton. Cases. There's currently no cases, but eventually this whole like Bright Falls murder case, Cauldron Lake murders will be added to our case files and such. And as I said before, this is where all our maps get added as well. So we'll have added maps and stuff once we gain access to those or find them in the world. Over here, eventually it'll show up here, but we'll have profiling of different suspects and everything. That's Deerhead. Thought it was important, but we can exit. You can exit through
I
here, or
see
you just
you're already hard at work, Anderson.
hit the tab
Close to
button.
cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Right.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Of course, if you start
Hey,
running,
Casey.
Alex
You
Casey
putting me
starts
in
running
charge.
alongside you.
Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a
Puts you on
better
equal footing
detective
with each
than
other
I
most
am.
of the time.
You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens
A lot
to
of cool
cops who say
details
this
you
is
can
their
look
last
at,
case.
which is pretty nice to see.
Real funny, Anderson.
Like sometimes I just like to stop
Stairs
and
are
look at
out.
the different styles.
You okay to jump
Look at the
down?
different signs,
Not that old.
the scenery and everything. Like there's one up ahead that we can take a look at. This is the Mirror Peak sign. Of course, there's a little thing where it makes it easier. If you just can't read it properly, you can take a look at this right here. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all of its inverted glory. And of course, there's Mirror Peak right up there. Taking in the sights as Alex Casey, our partner in crime, or partner in investigation, I should say, helps us or waits as we look around our surroundings. It's a Cauldron Lake sign right here, campground. But the general store should be this way, all into Cauldron Lake.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Looks like there was something here, but I guess it's not there anymore.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
Tables.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Old phone booth. That's kind of neat. A lot of this area is traversable, which is really nice. It's pretty cool to see a bunch of foliage, but you can also go through it and everything.
Can I make it more?
General store, Cauldron Lake.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
As said before, Thornton and Mulligan were in the original Alan Wake, or technically, technically they were in a comic, but to see them actually in game now is kind of neat. Like seeing stuff you read about in the actual game is pretty nice, which is Lato, which is down that way. We'll figure out what that is soon enough.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Then here we are.
This is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse.
And of course, like I said, since we put the nudity sensor on here, he's not fully hanging out. If you had the nudity sensor off, he would be fully like hung out
Wanna start by inspecting the
You'll see
body,
his dick and balls.
Anderson?
Casey, I'm talking about his dick and balls. Just give me a minute.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You could take a look in the case board, see if it matches.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
You could place the key. Is it kind of, check if it's consistent with the previous murders and everything. So you'll see that as you take a look more at the body. Of course, you see
Incised stab wound.
there's a
Chest
stab
cut
wound.
open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the
Bruising
cargo
on his
straps
wrist.
holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
You go back to the case board and place the different evidence that you found. And you see that it is
Heart
consistent with
removed
the
from
previous
chest,
murders.
Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Check the goals again. You learn more about the victim and you learn more about the killers. You can examine the case board if you so desire. You can look at the evidence and everything, of course, and then you can go back out and
Who is our victim?
search.
Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Of course, you could. Oh, I'm gonna take
Was
a
he
look.
killed here or brought here after? For display.
There's some stuff right here. There's a camera
Someone
tripod.
left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
There's a tripod.
Was it for a camera? Someone
course,
was
there's-
drinking beer.
Bunch of beer,
They spent time here. Waiting.
waiting for the victim. Of course, and then you can go back to the case board, as I said, and you could place these. Place these on the thing. Multiple sets of footprints.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
And of course, you
Quite
got
the
stuff.
party.
Says for later, so those will come up later. We'll ask Deputy Thornton about the victim. I've already said who the victim is, but let's see him.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in
13
arms.
years. Coincidentally,
Oh,
that's
and
around the
sisters.
time of the Bright Falls incident. Victim is Robert Nightingale? Still hasn't.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
I love how consistently James McCaffrey is able to chew the scenery and just be like Max Payne so much. It really brings a lot to Alex Casey's character in this whole entire story, and I can't wait to see more later on, like in future games or possibly in some other Remedy titles to bring back Saga and Alex Casey. I think it would be really great to see them again.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Usually isn't happy endings for most people involved with the Bright Falls incident.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
What do you mean the other victims? I don't think they... What? Cauldron Lake murders. Did they really all disappear in 2010? Oh, they found... Wow, they did. Okay,
I
that's
think
my
that's
bad.
everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Case board, back to the Cauldron Lake cases. Went off the deep end.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
And of course, we come back to those two two pieces of evidence that we found for later, and we could finally piece those together, whether it was a premeditated murder or if it was a spontaneous murder. The tripod and the beers make it so it's a
They planned
premeditated
for the
murder.
murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him.
So they
But
knew
why Nightingale?
So they knew Nightingale
He's
was
been
coming
missing for 13 years.
for whatever reason.
Why here? Why now?
Crazy.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Here we are, profiling the victim. Figure out gotta get inside their head.
This mug always cheers me up.
And there's a mug from Logan, Saga's daughter. Kind of be cool to actually have one like that. Always wanted like little memorabilia from games, like kind of like the Oh Dear Diner mug or the Oh Dear Diner thermos. Oh, don't get me started on the thermos. The thermos has been sold out, and they're not bringing any to the United States. But I think they might figure a way to get us some in the United States, so that'd be nice.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off.
I like this stuff because it really gets you inside the victims' heads. Figure out why exactly the person was killed or who killed them, or why certain suspects are doing certain things. It's really nice to like get into a person's head like that. Leads me to think that stuff is gonna happen with Saga in the future because of this talent that she has. Came from the lake. That's all the information I think we can get for now. So let's back out and talk with Casey.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
There's a bunch of different
I'm gonna
areas
go
as
take
well.
something out. Be right back.
Like this area right here. You could find supplies and such, and like boxes and everything. There's a whole like this thing.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Confused, follow the steps. Wash your hands. Take chicken out of the fridge. Take a nap. And this correlates, I believe, with this thing. So let's go inside the trailer and check a look at that.
A creepy twig sculpture?
It's interesting. First thing is to wash your hands. So I believe it says wash your hands, get the chicken. Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. So, bathroom, fridge, and bedroom? There's a bathroom here, so got those triangles, so like that. The fridge, hourglass, and side to side. We got that one too, so let's put that combination in and we'll see how this works out. There's that one. Hourglass. There we go. And it gives don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. So this has something to do with the cult of the tree and gives you stuff right here. Interesting. But there is more stuff in here than we initially realized. Oh, there's a deer.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Guitar. I was shocked when I moved stuff around, like I pushed it, and I didn't realize it was a physics prop because I'm so used to items in games like not moving. So that was kind of a shock for me. Seeing stuff at like detailed like stuff here. Oh shit, that's a physics prop too. Oh, then you got stuff in here like about the cult of the tree stuff and everything. So that gives you more insight into the location and people who are living out here. Shitload of beer though. That's crazy. Casey should be up somewhere over here, I believe. Turn off the flashlight. Where did Casey go?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
No,
this
I didn't.
One of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds.
Technically, he wasn't nude in this version.
But then they were interrupted
because he had pants on, but
the job is unfinished.
But yeah, if you play the other, ooh, there's something over here.
What was this guy doing?
Oh, that's a way
this time of year.
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need a witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
She looks very, very familiar. That's I think that's Barbara Jagger from the first game, which was Thomas Zane's love. Who was Thomas Zane's love? And he tried to bring back, but failed. And actually turned out to be the Dark Presence, or Scratch, or whoever you want to call that.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Piece of paper. Piece of paper. A manuscript, perhaps?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story.
Huh. A manuscript.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI special
How
agent
could it be
Robert
about them
Nightingale.
now? They just arrived.
And then there was the page they found. The first step
That's
down
the
into
mystery.
terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Fantastic. It's cool to see. Like, you get chills when you see Alan back again.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Trail has gone cold.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Reading the words, these words felt like a message, someone playing a game with them. Of course, as I said, you can look at the manuscript pages right here. I thought Alan could read these to you, but I must have been mistaken. Profiling of Nightingale.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth.
Close to his chest, inside.
Dig it out.
Something was
Dig it
put
out.
inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Caseboard. Something was inside. Something's
Found all I
inside
can
Nightingale.
Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
And this is all we can do right now on the caseboard. It seems like the.
His word.
I wonder if I can I look at the manuscripts? Am I going to? The victim was one of their own, FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up only to be murdered in a brutal and bloody ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was this page, the first page they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths, secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading these words felt like a message, was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on, an invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew that it would end up hurting them. Creepy. Haha.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose?
Find more.
They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the
Interesting.
audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
You made it back.
Deciding what
Good.
happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
We're gonna get the body back to town. They'll take a look at it.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Awesome. Don't have to take the long way around back to the parking lot. That'd be nice.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Use the key. Alright, let's head
Seems
back
like a
up.
nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
I mean, they were there for the Bright Falls incident, so I'm pretty sure they've seen gruesome stuff before. What do we have here, up here? Listening station. Under whose orders? Authorized personnel only. Notice, do not touch. The station is a property of the FBC, Federal Bureau of Control. Ooh, there's stuff over here. Station 11, I-32 station. Station, oh, it's just the ID for the station. There's stuff up here, though.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
We're all in this together,
Casey
hero.
hates the endless
Have a
jokes about
hero
coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Painted
He
rocks.
hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
Manuscript fragments. Interesting. You can get weapon upgrade. I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough manuscript fragments for that. A new case file opens up, and you can track.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
These are the collectibles, I guess, for all these areas. Here's one by the FBC monitoring station. And that's all so far. Back down. And we'll head up to the whatchamacallit, we'll head back to the car.
Can't
Head
fit
back.
the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to
Did he
find.
fall? What are you doing, Casey? Yeah, you better get back up here, Jesus. He was just like going up and down the thing. It's so kind of funny. Open this up. Steep climb. There's nothing over here. Ooh. Is there stuff over here?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
What is this? Rarest wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. It's just somebody doing some research, it seems, over here. Interesting. Any other stuff? Guess not. I don't think I ever noticed that on my first playthrough. I just didn't see it. Is there stuff up here?
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
What? Different.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Alright, let's head back to Bright Falls. See how this works out. Nice little drive back.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far.
Ah, some little desync with the sound. That's one of the little bugs that I've seen and noticed a little in this game, but doesn't hurt so much.
I wasn't sure
but
about taking a case
most
so
of the
far
time you
from
can
home,
see
but
this.
I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
I mean, it's not too bad once you deal with it eventually. But here we are, back in Bright Falls once again.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
13 years ago.
I'll park there
Probably
anyway.
even a little bit
I
better.
want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Crazy how good this looks, though.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Tapio.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Pat Maine is back again, which is kind of nice. Nice to hear Pat Maine back again. Billy's Boatyard? That's different. That's a new area. Ooh, there's a... Oh, it's like Simon. You gotta remember. Fear the dark, fear the woods. Oh, it's some more supplies and stuff. Okay. Another Colt stash. Oop. I don't know if we ever get access to this area over here.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Oh, I need a bolt cutters for that. That comes way later in the game.
Take care now.
Okay. I like exploring this whole town, though. It's just really nice to just...
Back, Anderson.
Oh, this whole flooded area. You can just walk around it if you don't give a shit. Deerfest. Pretty cool. Whole map, Bright Falls. Of course, it gets added to our collection of maps.
How much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much have you had?
Guy is hopped up on coffee. Oh,
I need bolt cutters.
there's another bolt cutter area we can get to.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deerfest. Just a few more days.
Oh dear.
This is my first Deerfest, so I don't know what to expect. It is the finest entertainment a town like ours has to offer. The happiest day of the year.
Coffee World
Like
float.
Christmas, but better.
Well, I certainly
Got any
hope
big
so.
plans for the day after the
I'll be
festival?
back in a second.
It's known as the staying in and eating your body weight in pancakes.
I think there's just little areas in this whole game that I just never notice. Like
Better
I
is
don't
better.
think I ever noticed this Mayor Setter thing. Who exactly is Mayor Setter though? I never figured. I hear a dog. Can I go pet it?
This can't be the right way.
Why can't it be? Do what I want. You know what? Let's just get this over with so we can get stuff done. We'll meet the sheriff.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy
played
you two are
by the
here.
great Sean
Frankly, we
Ashmore,
could use the help.
better known as Jack Joyce from the Quantum Break game.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through
Here
the
we are
case
back
files you
again.
sent over, Sheriff.
One of the
Have you
first
had
places
many
we
people
went to in
besides
Alan
the
Wake,
known victims
the
go
Odier
missing?
Diner of Bright
Sure.
Falls.
But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Pretty nice sight to see. Haven't been here for. See if you can get a song going on here. Jukebox is out. Oh man. Why would you do that? That's not fair. Oh, gods of Asgard. Anger's. Ooh, that's. Wait, what? How could it have Anger's remorse on there? Memory of the slaughter. A lot of old gods on here. I wonder if you could zoom in and look and see.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses
Let's talk to these guys.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Just ask them about what they saw. Shouldn't be too bad.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist.
Oh boy, those true crime
I was down at the lake,
podcast
getting some
type
details.
people.
Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us.
I don't think
He
that's
must
what.
have been on something.
That's not what
Unless
happened.
Skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were
Pretty
cheering
sure
into
the
naked guy with
Nightingale was
knives,
yelling
like some
at
kind
them.
of satanic
I think he was
cult.
asking for help.
And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was...
What do you mean you found something? You're not gonna say.
That's all.
What did they find?
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book.
Trying to break
Nothing
in
to do
just
with the murder.
trying to break
They
in
were
just because of
telling
a
the truth.
true crime book. Come on. Every single time, it's always like some dumb thing that they're gonna try to do.
We're dealing with an organized group of... The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated.
Cult of the tree.
I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Why would you be excited about working with a cult?
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Kind of crazy when you think about that. What kind of cult? Cult goal? This is cult psychology. Cult symbols. There's another cult. Oh, the cult stashes.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
I think I found 2 of them so far. One in Cauldron Lake and one in the Bright Falls area. Oh wait, no. This is the Cauldron Lake one. This is the Bright Falls one. I believe that's all of them. Yeah, it's all so far.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Sassy.
Thanks.
Jesus
this could
Christ.
prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Oh, look who got the biggest glow up in the game.
Oh God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you?
Biggest glow up, but
sorry.
she's a little bit
Who
more
are
crazy than she was in the first game.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Interesting.
If you say so.
But seriously, how does Rose get the biggest glow up out of everyone from the games? And then she's like the craziest. Seriously.
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Gosh, she's got that. She's got that crazy look to her eyes. I just don't know. Like here, she looks normal, but when she was talking, it's just like, ugh, creepy. Another case on the cult of the tree. Cult symbols. There we go. That there.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Let's head
Look,
over
I see.
to
I got a
the.
lead. Looks like we're dealing with a
Heading
cult.
to the sheriff's station to
The
get to
cult
look at
of the tree.
Look at that cult.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff.
Oh shit, there's this whole area back here.
Morning, Ted.
Jesus, more bolt cutter areas? I feel like I should have known about these. There's Cult of the Tree stuff back there. There's like whole different stuff. There's this whole area. Interesting. Took a shortcut.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Here we are, back at the
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Yep.
Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Looks exactly the same as it was in Alan Wake 1.
How are you?
Not much changed.
Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. If only had a tour guide also. Bear season. Oh no, a bear.
Agent?
I wasn't here.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Great. It's not like watching some creepy shit happens or something.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Ooh. I can examine. Oh, what? Did this just open automatically? Ooh. Stuff. I'm gonna steal stuff. It's like the common thing in video games. Just take everything you need.
I can't force it open.
Obviously. I think you were allowed to
Okay.
force any of this stuff open.
Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing?
Writing on the heart?
That?
Writing on his
The
heart.
body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Post-mortem submerging.
They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text.
More text.
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Ooh, why did it go all the way down there?
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated. Water. There's definitely something in his chest.
Something in his chest.
Leave it there.
Interesting. We completed that, so let's back out and see what we can do.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Bunch of manuscript pages.
No, wait.
Oh, he disappeared.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Shit, Nightingale's alive? Holy fuck.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Could not see into the bright light.
I'll make you pay.
Ooh, creepy.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go!
He's gone.
Vanished.
Where the hell did he go? End of the chapter, and the end where we'll end this here, guys. Thank you so much. I played this game before doing this whole video, and I just absolutely love the hell out of it. It's such a fantastic game. I think it's gonna win Game of the Year for best overall game. This game is so much fun. If you have the chance to, 100% go play Alan Wake 2. There is honestly nothing better than this. Like I said, just go and play it. That's all I can say. Saga's a fantastic character. Alan's a fantastic character as well. Casey's just great to be around in this game. Overall, I think Remedy never misses with their games because it's so good. And all these chapter songs are specifically crafted for this game, so we don't have to worry about licensed songs messing up YouTubers or Twitch streamers trying to play this game and getting copyright struck. So it's cool to see stuff like this. And I'll leave you guys off with this, just me not saying while this music plays.
Call the sleepers from your